Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. My name is Shubham Verma and this is my first video on YouTube and it is regarding the news reading. This is all new concept where you can listen to important news headlines while doing your daily work and you can also read news headlines. This video is very helpful for people who are interested in reading newspapers and I got lots of comments from many people to make such a channel on which people can read and listen to news headlines. So let us start and with your first headlines, that is heart, heartbreaker for Bravehearts, shot at bronze to come. Four-quarter blues. India lost 2-5 to world champions Belgium in the men's hockey semi-finals at Tokyo Games on Tuesday, ruling out a return to the finals to the 8-time gold medalist after over 4 decades. India won, who tied with Belgium 2-2 until the end of third quarter, will get a shot at bronze on Thursday when they take on Germany. Another big day today. The Indian women hockey team will take on Argentina in Tokyo on Wednesday after stunning three-time champions Australia 1-0 on Monday to enter the Olympic semi-finals on the first time. India's best performance in Olympics came in 1980 Moscow Games when they finished 4 out of 6 teams. Okay, let us go to the second news headline, that is best ever strike rate in CBSE class 10th result. Pandemic performance. CBSE adopted an alternate assessment policy to tabulate the results after exams were cancelled due to pandemic. 99.0% highest ever pass percentage recorded in class 10 board exam. 95 plus scores increases. The number of students scoring over 95% rose to over 57,000 and over 2 lakh scored between 90 and 95 percentage. Girl outperform boys. Girls perform better than boys with a slender margin of 0.35%, recorded a pass percentage of 98.8. Boys scored a pass percentage of 97.35%. New Delhi. A record of 99.04 of 10th graders cleared their exam. The Central Board of Secondary Education announced on Tuesday in its trend similar to what was seen for 12th graders after both board assessments were held on the basis of previous assessment on pandemic year. The pass percentage was 7.58 percentage point higher than the previous academic year, when the class 10th exams were largely held as usual except for in a few subjects before the country entered the first lockdown due to COVID-19. The pass percentage of class 12 was 99.37 this year. The class 10th students were evaluated on the basis of their performance in unit tests, midterm, half-term and half-yearly exam and the pre-board exams. Like last year, the board has not announced the merit list this year either. In view of change of assessment method, the board declared result of 20,97,128 out of 21,13,767 regular students who appeared for the examination in this year. Of them, 20,76,997 or 99.04% cleared it. As many as 20,962 and 57,824 students scored over 90% and 95% marks, respectively, higher than the last year tally of 1,84,358 and 41,804 students scoring in that range. To check inflation of marks, CBSE has asked had asked schools to keep their overall passing percentage in the line with their best performance in class 10 final exams in the last 3 years. The year they selected would be considered a reference year, and the schools were also required to ensure the overall average marks this year did not exceed the overall average marks in the reference year. The result, around 16,639 students were yet to be proceed, officials said. CBSE Controller Examination Shyam Bharadwaj said the schools of these students either did not fulfill the required criteria or did not provide the required information in these cases. The board had already opened the online portal for these students. The regional officers have already started working on it. We will declare the result of this student as the earliest, he said. Bharadwaj also spoke on why the pass percentage shot despite the reference year requirement. The increase in the overall pass percentage is because schools moderate the marks by +2 or -2 in accordance with their best percentage in the last 3 years. So the best of the schools have together increased the overall pass percentage in this year. Okay. It is. I think this is enough for that news headline. Now go to the another news headlines. That is, Indian students death a murder suspect held Chinese ministry. Beijing. Police in China have taken into custody a foreign student Tianjin Foreign Studies University in connection with the death of a 20-year-old Indian student at the same university last week. People familiar with the development said Aman Nagsin, a resident of Gaya in Bihar, was a student of international business studies at the university located in Tianjin, around 100 km from Beijing. He was found dead on campus on July 29. Preliminary examination confirmed Naksen was murdered, the Chinese Foreign Ministry told ST around 8 p.m. on the night of July 29. Tianjin Municipal Public Security Bureau received a call saying that an Indian student was lying on the floor to the dormitory with no sign of its life, its statement said. The initial investigation of public security organ found the case to be homicide, it added. Hindustan Times has separately learned that Naksen was stabbed to death with a sharp-edged weapon. Go to the next news headline. That is regarding army helicopter crashes into the lake in Kathua, New Delhi. The fate of two Indian army pilots, a lieutenant colonel and a captain, was not known after their Rudra helicopter crashed into Ranjit Sagar Dam Lake near Pathankot on Tuesday. Even as search and rescue crews recovered the wreckage of the chopper along with some pilot gear, officials familiar with the development said. The Rudra helicopter built at the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited was carrying out the training sortie that involved two-level flying over the lake, the official said. Going to a next news headline, that is, 3 members of panel to conduct autopsy of a girl rape murder. New Delhi, a board of 3 doctors will conduct an autopsy of the charred remains of a 9-year-old Dalit girl who was allegedly raped and murdered on the Sunday by 4 people at the Moratorium near Delhi cantonment in the southwest Delhi, even as protest by family members and political activities over the incident continued for the third day on the Tuesday. The accused, including a 50-year-old priest of the crematorium booked under the sections pertaining to the rape, murder, and threatening charges, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act and SC/ST Act have been sent to jail, though the accused have maintained that the girl died of electrocution while fetching water from a cooler. The family has alleged that the suspect hurriedly creamed the body after frightening the family off from informing the police. At the protest, the girl's mother alleged that her husband was locked in a room and assaulted by a man named Naresh in the presence of cops at the Delhi Cantonment Police Station on Sunday. However, the police refuted the allegation. The child, who lived with her parents in a rented house near the crematorium, went to fetch water from the water cooler installed in the crematorium around 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. Half an hour later, the priest and the three men called the girl mother and showed her the child body, the police said. There were no delay in police actions, said Police Commissioner Jaspal Singh. Okay, going to the next news headline, that is a Chipko movement pioneer Rani village may have to relocate as climate crisis hits its daily stability. Rani village suffered extensively damage after a glacial lake outburst flood in February. New Delhi. Rani village in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, from where the Chipko movement started in 1973, after which bore the brunt of a glacial lake outburst flood in February, is likely to be shifted elsewhere on the recommendations of the geologists working for the Uttarakhand government, who found the slope on which the village stands unstable and therefore unfit for habitation. On February 7, Rani suffered extensively damage on the account of the flood which swept away the Shangha Hydel project and National Thermal Power Corporation Tapovan Vinugad project and killed around 200 people. The incident, according to the report by geologists from the Uttarakhand Disaster Recovery Initiative, destabilized Rani. The Rani village is facing serious slope stability problem where the whole area is affected by active subsidence, whereas downslope is affected by toe erosion. It is therefore advisable to rehabilitate Rani village to an alternative safe location, and said the report seen by Hindustan Times. The report said that the high flow intensity of the flood may have disturbed the flow. Okay, today we have completed the first page of the Hindustan Times newspaper. If my friends, you want that I read the whole newspaper, so please support me with liking this video and sharing to your friends, and you can also subscribe my channel uh, so that I can make a full length video on full Hindustan Times newspaper. If you really like this news uh, headlines video, then please like this video and comment down your reaction. Thanks for watching.